Assalamu alaikum. This is Brother Hameed back again with the Muslim Empowerment Institute. I was looking at some of the comments in the previous video called Problems with Immigrant Muslim Dawah, and I think most people understood what I was saying, but some people didn't. Some people believe that any Muslim should give dawah to non-Muslims as long as they're knowledgeable, even if they're unfamiliar with the background and culture of their target audience. And when I say give dawah, I mean people who are on the front lines as far as speaking, writing, and even traveling to educate people about Islam at different events. Some people believe that those who were reared in Muslim lands will be the best ambassadors of Islam in America, in contrast to those who converted to Islam. They may feel having Black Americans, for example, or converts as the face of Islam in America or of the Dawah scene will give a false sense of religious authority, since most of the masjids here are immigrant Muslim dominated and controlled. Maybe they feel some of us don't have enough religious knowledge, or they want us to propagate an expression of Islam that's only palatable to the non-Muslim majority. And some of these Muslims only want a watered down theoretical Islam that essentially only renders to Caesar what is Caesar's and renders to God what is God's. In other words, an Islam that's only concerned with personal piety and not with establishing justice or ordering the right and forbidding the wrong. Now let me give you a scenario of something that happens quite often when someone wants to learn more about Islam, and they may have questions and they want to talk to someone at their local masjid, wherever they may live. If someone puts in a Google search Islam or Muslims and then they type in their respective city, the first masjid that will come up in a Google search will usually be the largest masjid in the area. And for many of us, it will be mostly an immigrant-dominated masjid. So I happen to be in a majority Black city that has thousands of Black churches. That's the norm where I live. So that's what people are familiar with. People in my city are used to seeing someone that looks like them in a leadership role, especially religious leadership. So you have, let's say, Andre. He'll contact the masjid, and maybe he gets in touch with a public relations person who's been designated to respond to people who have questions about Islam. And this particular person is not educated Islamically, nor has he had a whole lot of time dealing with Black people. So the masjid representative gives him an expression of Islam that's more familiar to him, which is representative of his country of origin. So the representative may invite Andre to the masjid to see how Salatul Jumu'ah works, the weekly Friday prayer service. And Andre sees an environment that's very unfamiliar to him. He doesn't see a whole lot of people that look like him. And if he does, they're out there directing traffic. So again, Andre, being used to an environment where he sees those like himself in leadership, may not feel very comfortable in this environment. And even if he accepts Islam and goes to the masjid, he may feel out of place. And when you feel out of place, you may be hypersensitive to someone who may have bad manners towards you. Someone may say something to you and they may automatically jump to a conclusion that this guy's racist and I'm not coming back here anymore, even if that may not necessarily be the case. Now, the solution to avoiding an issue like this, which again is quite common, is the masjid preferably having someone that's a convert who can relate to the brother that's fresh out of prison, or the brother that's fresh out of college, or the brother that has his baby's mother living with him, or the sister that does lashes as a side hustle and has a couple of tattoos on her. And someone that can help them learn Islam without piling on them a whole bunch of stuff that's not necessary for them to learn at this moment, or just to help them integrate into the community. First impressions are really important. So sometimes that initial impression can turn some people off. So as a community, we need to be sensitive to these things. And immigrant masjids should work with the masjids on the other side of town, where mostly converts attend, to get their guidance with addressing the needs of people new to Islam. And they should view the leadership of these masjids as subject matter experts and work together to address the needs of converts. Immigrants have financial capital. Black brothers and sisters, white brothers and sisters have the social capital. You put those together and you got a dream team. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum.